Hey guys, this is part 2 of my original B-Daman review RANT and Thoughts Series. Today I'm going to be talking about Season 2, Battle B-Daman Fire Spirits. So, if you haven't checked out part 1, I talked about Battle B-Daman, or Season 1. Yeah, so I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out, or just put an annotation on the top. Yeah. Now, this came out, I believe, 2007 or 2006, but of course it was after the original came out. So the original Japanese title is basically the same thing like Beyblade, uh, Bidensu Bataru B-Daman or B-Daman. Now I'm gonna talk about like the plot of this show, like what happened after the season finale of season 1 and some other stuff. So, after defeating the Neo Shadow Alliance, Yamato is in search of special Beta Balls called Strike Shots. Yeah, they're like really special Beta Balls that like came in meteors, I do believe. From what I remember. And yeah, so these special Beta Balls were in the meteors, and then they crashed down in Earth. Yeah, which originated from shooting stars or stars. Same thing. After a fight with the mysterious Haja or Haya and obtaining his strike shot, the drive shot, Yamato then meets Gunos, a rookie beta player. Yeah, he's basically like a Daichi ripoff, but at least he's better than Masamune. Yeah. Like Yamato, he has his own strike shot to participate in the winners tournament again, along with Yamato's old friends and rivals. But little did they know, a terrible evil is about to put the Beta world in peril once more. Yeah. Uh, also, like I said in part 1, the dub, like, it started to get, like, really bad. Like, I'm not even kidding. It doesn't have like the same quality, I guess, as the first season, and well, it seems that like the voice actors doesn't have any emotion into like the characters' dialogues, I guess. So that's why it's called the inferior dubbing from season 1. It's basically like Beyblade V-Force, how it wasn't as good as season 1. But hey, Beyblade V-Force was still a pretty good season, but like I said, it's not as good as season 1 because it had some stuff that wasn't, really good. But I still like the characters, the Beyblades, and I do like some of the arcs, like the Team Psychic arc. Yeah, yeah, that's all to say. And this is when they started changing the cast, like the voice cast. Like, I'm not even kidding. For Yamato, May, Terry, Bull, Gray, Lena, I think. But I know Yamato and some other characters. But they changed the voice actors. Like, why? The ones in season 1 were perfect, but these guys, they suck. That's like when Beyblade V-Force aired back in 2002 or 2003. And they just like changed the whole cast, like the voice cast. Instead of, Marlo, David Relay, Gage, uh, Daniel Dos Santos, yeah, I know like some of their last names, and Alex and the others. Yeah, but thank God they never changed the voice actors for Beyblade. So I have no idea why they decided to do this. And Beat-A-Man wasn't like produced by Nirvana. It was with Jetix and this other company. I forgot what it's called, but I'll just put a caption on the bottom. Yeah, so that's why this season, like B-Force, it wasn't really as good as the first season. But again, it did have some good things about it, like new Beat-A-Man designs. The characters still look pretty good, and some other stuff. And again, like Beyblade V-Force, I didn't even watch Beat-A-Man Fire Spirits that much on YTV. I only watched like about 5 or 3 episodes. I do remember. I remember watching the first episode, and I remember that Joe died. Little spoiler there. I believe he died. But yeah, and I remember that Bull left Yamato because he wanted to battle him. Yeah, it's also like a rip off from G Revolution, because some old friends like Terry, Gray, and Bull, like they like leave Yamato and the others. Yeah. But hey, this season done it better than, Beyblade Metal Garbage, which copied every single scene from the original. Okay, enough of that. Now, I'm going to talk about the theme song, the characters again, the toys again, and the game. There's only like one this time. And some other stuff, and then my rate. Now, the theme song is basically the same thing, but it's with a different opening. It's basically like Beyblade.
In ancient times, the challenge was made. A sport of honor, so many have played. Through all the highs and lows, victory or disaster, only the best can be called. Be the champion. Be the fire. Here we go, take down your foe. You got the skill inside. Come on. A tournament of champions, a battle for the crown. Suited up in armor to lay the challenge down. Lay the challenge down. Get into position. Prepare for competition. Destroy the opposition. Be the man. Since time began, only the most skilled can be called masters of Beat-A-Man.
Alright. Now, this was the last, time they showed or they played the Beat-A-Man theme until, years later. Yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about the characters again. Alright, so of course there's Yamato, and he has a new look to him. And, well, all he's wearing is just like a muscle shirt, and yeah, that's it. He's just wearing a muscle shirt. He dresses up the same thing. Or he dresses up the same, I mean. And he has like 2 new Beat-A-Mans, or he upgraded 2 Beat-A-Mans. So he went from Cobalt Saber to Cobalt Saber Fire. Yeah. This was another, one of my favorite Beat-A-Mans. And I don't think this was released in North America. I don't remember. I saw some pictures of it on the battle arenas, but I did not find it in stores. Like any Fire Spirit toys, The only thing I saw was the arena, which I have. I only saw the season 1 toys. Yeah. And his last Beat-em-on is Cobalt Blaster. Yeah, I used to have this, but I don't know where it went. And I didn't apply the stickers or the rest of the parts. Yeah, like Tyson, this is like his ultimate, like, Beat-em-on. So Cobalt Blaster and Dragoon MSUV are, the last, like, Beat-em-on and Beyblade that Yamato and Tyson had. Yeah. And, well, he's voiced by a new actor. Instead of Brian Beacock, he's voiced by Tevi Eber. Yeah. And he's 12 years old in this series. So he was Tyson's age back in season 1, from episodes 1 through episode 7 or episode 6. Yeah. And he's still the IBA champion like Tyson when he, still became the world champion. And yeah, I guess that's it. Alright, so next is Gunos, and his Beat-em-on is Break Ogre. Yeah, his Beat-em-on is pretty weird. And oh, this wasn't released in North America from what I've seen, because it says here on Beat-em-on Wikia it was only released in Japan. Let's see if Cobalt Saberfire, I'm sorry, I messed up. Oh, so it was not released. I knew it. Huh. I'm guessing it was just only Cobalt Blade, Cobalt Blaze, Cobalt Flare, and Cobalt Saber that was only released. Here, let me check. No, it wasn't released. So they showed it on pictures, or they advertised it on pictures, but they never released the toys? Ridiculous. I remember they released the Bakuso upgraded, like, armor from Fire Spirits, but I don't remember, Yamato's. Okay. So next is Gray, and he has a new look, and well, all the main characters have new looks, except for Terry and May. And he went from Chrome Raven to Chrome Raven Cyclone. Yeah, and that looks pretty badass. And this is another Beat-em-on, like the others, was not released. Why? So the only way to get this Beat-em-on is only to order it on eBay or Amazon, or if you're lucky, you can get it in Japan or some anime stores. Yeah. And he's 14 in this series. So he was like Tyson's age during V-Force. And I think Kai's age. I'm not really sure. I think his voice actor was changed too. I do believe. Oh yeah. So his original actor was David Wittenberg, but it's now Kirk Thornton. Yeah. Alright. Next is Terry. And well, I'm guessing he's still voiced by the same voice actor from season 1, Barbara Goodson, the voice of Rita. And he's 11 years old in Fire Spirits, and he went from Wing Sword to Wing Sword Thunder. Yeah, I forgot to mention like the other like upgrades that the characters had in season 1, because in the middle of the series, after Yamato upgraded his Beat-em-on, the others decided to upgrade theirs. And Wing Sword Thunder wasn't also released, of course. But this Beat-em-on looks really, really badass. I think Wing... Oh, no. Wing Sword was in Season 1 and then Season 2. So, yeah, that's it. Next is Bull, and he has a new look. And I think I forgot to mention that Terry still had the same look from last season. And Bull wears like green now instead of like I think it was red, I do believe. Yeah, red overalls. And he's like 12 years old in this series. And his Beat-em-on is Armada Special Custom. Yeah, I don't even know what happened to like Helio Breaker. I think Helio Breaker got damaged or something happened. I don't remember. Yeah. So his voice actor has been changed as well. It used to be Mona Marshall, but now it's Tevi Eber. Yeah. And even when he like changes his appearance, he still wears the same clothes. Yeah. Next is Wen and Lee, and well, they still have the same look from last season. And Wen went from Bakuso to King Bakuso. Yeah, this is the one I have, but it's with direct hit battle armor. And this was released in 2006. Oh, so I think Fire Spirits came out in 2006 or 7. I'm not really sure. And his last Beat-em-on is Comet Dragon, and that is pretty badass. And like the others, it was never released in North America. Only in Japan. Only in Japan. Yeah. Alright. Then Lee, well, he still wears the same clothes, and I don't even know if Wen and Lee like their voice actors have been changed or not. Yeah, but he went from Rakuso to King Rakuso, and yeah, looks even more badass. And this wasn't released in North America. I mean, King Bakuso was, why not this? Like, why? Okay. And Meteor Dragon, not to be confused with, Meteor El Drago. And May, well, she's voiced by like a different voice actor now. I don't even know like her voice actor in Fire Spirits, because it doesn't even say. I'm looking at like Beat-em-on, the first season, but not the characters. Okay. So next is Lena, and I think she's voiced by a different actor. I'm not really sure, but yeah. And I forgot her Beat-em-on in this season, but she joined Yamato in this series. Oh, it's Garnet Wind still, I think. I don't know why she didn't, join with her brother. Next is Haja, and his Beat-em-on is Gil Scorpion, and he's voiced by James Keller. And I think he only made an appearance in episode 1. I'm not really sure, but he's 15 years old. Really? He's my age? Well, I'm gonna be turning 16, but he doesn't really look like a 15-year old. He looks like a 20-year-old. Yeah. Next is Aquilas or Aquilas. I don't know how you pronounce it. And his Beat-em-on is Revolver Hades. And then he got a new one called Gatling Hades. And were these Beat-em-on released in North America? Nope. It was just like the others. Yeah, Revolver Hades looks pretty cool, but Gatling Hades looks badass. Yeah, and he's 17 years old. And I think he has like a pet wolf. I don't even remember his name, but all I remember that he has like a pet wolf. Yeah. Alright. Next is Joe, and he still has the same Beat-em-on. Yeah, that's all I have to say. And Tommy the cat is still in the series. And Beat-em-age, well, she's not voiced by a black voice actress anymore. It's like, I don't remember like what her voice sounded like, but it wasn't like the original voice actor. Yeah, which was pretty stupid. And last but not least, Shin. Yeah, he's the wolf, but he is a talking wolf. Yeah, this was way before Hakuto came, and he's way better than Hakuto. And he is the companion of Aquilus, or Aquilus, whatever, and his animal guide. So last is Enju, and he has a new look. And he's 14 years old in this series. And his new Beat-em-on is Blazing Khan. And yeah, that looks pretty badass. And I forgot to tell you guys this in the last part, that apparently Lightning Khan and Cobalt Blade are brothers. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Apparently Armada said that in one of the episodes, because I recently just rewatched Battle B-Daman, and Armada said that. Yeah, pretty weird. I don't think he's voiced by the same voice actor, so his new voice actor is James Keller, and his strike shot is Black Drive Shots. And well, I'm only gonna talk about Yamato's drive shot. It's a blue marble with red stripes, so it's the power shot. That's a beat marble I wanted. And there's like another one called, I think it's called the metal shot. I also wanted that, like, beat a ball. There are like those kind of beat balls, but you can only get them on eBay and I think Amazon. Yeah, so that's it. Now to the game. Now this came out, of course, when the show came out. Like the last game, it was just called Battle B-Daman Fire Spirits. This was again released by Atlas. Yeah. Now the toys, they're the same thing, but they were different than the last season. And like I said, this like season, it only released one Beat-em-on, I do believe, and that was King Rakuso, or King Bakuso. I got mixed up. So that was the only one that was released from what I remember, and that Beat-em-on Arena, which I have. Yeah. Now for my rating. So my rating for Battle B-Daman Fire Spirits is a 6.5 out of 10. Okay? Now, even though this season wasn't really that good and the dubbing was really bad, like, really, really bad. Like, they didn't have any emotion into them. But, like I said, the characters are still cool and they're still funny. The Beat-em-ons look way cooler than they were in last season, and the strike shots look really, really cool. And back in the early 2000s, I'm guessing like people wanted like those kind of beat marbles instead of, the glass ones. Yeah. So, and yeah, that's all I have to say. So that's it for the original Beat-em-on series. So season 1 was pretty good, and it's classic, like the original Beyblade. Second, not as good as season 1, but it was okay. Now, there was never a season 3 of Battle B-Daman, like, with Yamato, Gray, Bull, Terry, and the others. No, they never did that. Instead, in Japan, it was like a new cast of Beat-em-on like players. It was called Crash B-Daman, and it was with this new guy named Hiro Tagama or Tamaga, and his Beat-em-on was Magnum Ifrit or Ifrit and Justice Ifrit, not to be confused with Show's Ifrit and Zero's Ifrit. And yeah, he was like Yamato and the other characters. But for some reason, North America like didn't dub this, or this wasn't released in North America. From what I remember, all I remember from Beat-em-on was just the first 2 seasons. That's it. This season, I'm guessing this was season 3, was never released, only in Japan. So I have no idea about that season. But next video, I'm going to be talking about the newest season in Beat-em-on. Not a reboot, not a spin-off, I'm guessing, or I think, but a sequel to Fire Spirits. Next time, I'm going to be talking about Season 3, I think. Beat-em-on Crossfire, or Crossfire Beat-em-on. So, stay tuned for that.